So some of Sharethrough's key initiatives in terms of sustainability, in fact, there are many of them. We've been quite involved in the topic for more than, I would say, maybe 18 to 24 months. We started working on that, both as a company, understanding our own carbon emissions for scope 1, 2, and 3 emissions, so measuring our own emissions, putting in place some initiatives to lower our own emissions. And we also became last year, so a year ago, the first ad exchange launching green media products. So allowing brands and agencies to deliver low emission campaigns or carbon neutral campaigns if they want to go until the stage of compensating for carbon emissions. And since then we've done many different things, both in terms of products that aims to reduce carbon emissions and also trying to educate the market. You know, we've done the Green Media Summit in New York, the first Green Media Summit in New York in April 2023, which was a great success to bring people together on that topic. A few weeks ago, we announced removing MFS sites by default on all PMPs as well in order to reduce the emissions, etc., etc. So quite active on the topic.
Yeah, so it's active on both projects, but also to your point, education on the issues in the industry. One of the things around sustainability and making our industry greener is that there's no one company that can do it alone. So the sponsors of this event today with Ad Net Zero, We've heard from IAB Tech Lab CEO Tony Katzer about some of the IAB's initiatives. Are you working with other organizations to kind of help make things greener?
Yeah, so we're a member of Ad Net Zero. We are involved, so not me directly, but people from Sharethrough involved with IAB Tech Lab as well. We're working with Scope 3 for the measurement part. I think there, as you mentioned, there is not one single solution that will fix everything or allows us to becoming net zero by 2030. What's important is to get the industry working together. I think that's the biggest challenge, in fact. Everybody has different interests, but with that sustainability topic, the beautiful thing is we're able to make our industry better and work together to do the right things. But conversations have started last year, really in Cannes. They're continuing this year as well, and I hope people won't get tired of hearing about sustainability because that's a very important topic that has to stay. But yeah, quite involved in different with as many organizations as we can, basically, to make sure also what we're doing is aligned with what we should be doing. So even if we're trying to do our best and we're launching product and initiatives, internal and external, you want to make sure we're learning as we go, and everybody right now is learning as they go. And so you need to be involved with all those organizations and associations to make sure you're not going the wrong path, basically, at trying to become more sustainable.
So I think it was about a year ago that the IAB Tech Lab kind of rose to the challenge to try to address some of these sustainability issues. And then, as you said, we've seen some progress this year from your organization as well as others. So tell me, if we look maybe 18 to 24 months ahead, what do you think the industry is going to align on, or how do you see some of these initiatives playing out?
Yeah, I think also what we need to understand is not everyone can do the same thing or have the same impact. So even if everybody is trying to work together, what agencies and brands will be able to do in terms of sustainability within the digital industry might be different than what DSPs and SSPs might be able to achieve. On the SSP side, for us, where we can better curate the inventory to target low emission inventory and educate high emission websites and apps to lower their own emissions. That we can have an impact because we're in touch and we're in contact and they're our clients and partners, publishers. We can help them lower their emissions and also optimizing the supply path to make sure it's as direct as possible, as qualified as possible, and that will have a positive impact on emissions. Agency brands, they have a very strong power, which is the power of media budgets. So they are able to influence the industry as well by, for example, saying, I don't know, a year ago from now, if you want to be part of our preferred partners, for example, you need to be, I don't know, SBTi approved, or you need to measure your own carbon emissions as a business. And they can put that kind of pressure, which will be a healthy pressure for the industry to becoming net zero by 2030, if that's the goal. So